Hello, family, fellow Onpassivians, brand ambassadors, and founders of Onpassive. You are welcome once again. And of course, as you can see, as we can all feel it, things will never be the same again. That is our topic for conversation today. And if you watched us yesterday, remember we had a wonderful, sweet conversation on just for 97. We are fine. And so we just continue with this conversation today. Let's let it flow. But before we go ahead, we all know that things definitely will never be the same again after listening to Mr. Mufareh, our CEO, again a couple of minutes ago on passive 360 degrees or 360 OP. I'm sorry if I'm calling the name wrongly. So we'll give the chance now to our sister Gladys. After she says hi, she would like to make a quick recap of the salient points that the CEO said today, just to remind us. And then Sister Fumi will say something quick in Yoruba, myself in Pidgin, and then we delve into our topic for tonight, which remains things will never be the same again. Sister Gladys, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, Sister Comfort, Brother Collins, Brother Olva, Sister Fumi, for being here, and those who are not here. Thank you for all those who are watching and those who will watch. Today, again, it's just exciting every single day. I think things are heating up in Onpassive, in our business and our movement. If you did not listen to our CEO, brother and friend Ash Mufareh on Onpassive 360, today in the afternoon, I encourage you to do so. Make sure you go to one of the 20 YouTube channels where they live, one of the main YouTube channels where they live stream. One is like Maddie's channel, Judy, Chris Johnson,
It's on my channel too.
It's on Comfort. Is it on Lynn's channel too?
Yes.
All those 20 channels, I don't want to single them out. And please recap by yourself. But most importantly, our CEO mentioned a few things that we want to name, we want to remind you or remind us. And that is, even if we get all these updates on social media, remember the back office is the place to go for all the updates. And we are lucky that we get this, little by little on social media, on YouTube, but it's not enough. We need to be plugged in because things are moving faster. And they said that in the near future, probably next week, things are going to start happening simultaneously. So if you miss being plugged in now, you are going to be overwhelmed, you are going to feel confused, you are going to feel left out. He said a few things. For example, he initially logging in was becoming a problem to access Onpassive ecosystem for many people. So what he did with his tech team, they came together, they found a way that is really seamless. The latest update that we got was around midnight yesterday, or a few minutes to midnight, which is basically today, that it's just as simple as 1, 2, 3. Just log into your back office with the usual founder email and password, and that message will pop up. Once it pops up, it will tell you what to do. Follow those steps and you will easily migrate to the Onpassive ecosystem. And also, once we are in the ecosystem, we have to behave. For example, the kind of clubs that we create. You mentioned one group created a club with a name that was not acceptable, and they have been contacted by legal, and they are not only going to be terminated, but the company, will deal with them according to their policy. So please, this is the time to stay engaged. He said that he simplified this process so that, hoping that within the next 24 hours, as many of us will be able to migrate to OES. So please, this is very, very crucial, very, very important. Within the next 24 hours, let's try to help each other as much as possible to access the Onpassive ecosystem. He took away the part that was becoming complex for some people, verifying the alternative email. So he took that out. It populates for you. That's why we have to go there through our own founders by logging in, so that email is pre-populated for you, so you don't have to struggle again going to look for OTP. He took the OTP out as well. But that alternative email that is pre-populated for now, I know some people have mentioned they want to change it. He said at this point, we are not changing the email. We are keeping it as it is. Maybe in the future we will, but for now, we are going step by step. The step at which we are now is to access the Onpassive ecosystem by migrating there. So any changes will have to be later than that. So let's try to help one another. For those of us who are people who have not been engaged in our business, we need to reach out to them and remind them to plug in, because this is as simple as it gets. And we thank all those people who have stepped up to help other founders to be able to access the Onpassive ecosystem, whether it's through donating their time, calling them, speaking to them, guiding them. We all appreciate you. I think Sister Comfort, I've mentioned the major things that I wanted to mention. Could you like me to speak now in Swahili or later?
Okay, sis, you can go ahead then. You can just go ahead and speak in Swahili, then I'll pick up from there.
Okay, thank you so much. Habari zenyu ndugu na dada, vile mmesikia katika business yetu, kampuni yetu ya Onpassive, tumekaribia sasa mahali mambo yanaenda haraka sana. Najua wengi wamekuwa wakijaribu kuingia back office, wanaelewa chenye kinaendelea. Lakini kwa wale wote ambao hawajakuwa engaged, wenye hawajakuwa wakiangalia kuona vile biashara yao imeendelea, imefika wakati sasa ni lazima sote tujaribu. Because usipojaribu sasa, ama kwa sababu usipojaribu sasa, ikifika wiki ijao utasikia ni kama umeachwa nyuma, umesaulika, utakuwa confused, alafu ushindwe nini naendelea. Leo Mufareh aliongea mwenyewe akasema kila mtu ajaribu aangalie yale mambo ambao kampuni inatangaza kwa back office. Alafu kwa ile mkutano leo yenye ilitendeka ya Onpassive 360, ikiwa hukuweza kuangalia leo, tafadhali enda kwa YouTube channels hizi za viongozi wetu wenye mnawajua, sitaki kuwataja kwa sasa, muangalie ndio musikie wenyewe. Lakini kitu ya muhimu saizi na kila mtu kujaribu kuanzia leo kabla ya Jumatatu. So kuanzia leo mpaka Jumapili tuhakikishe ya kwamba tumeweza kuingia kwa Onpassive ecosystem. Ukiwa na shida, uliza usaidizi. Thank you so much, Sister Comfort. Back to you now.
Okay, thank you, Sister Gladys. I'll just go straight to Pigeon Country people. A salute when I welcome again. I will not say we CEO and your team, the tech team for Hyderabad, they work around the clock just for help with some things and work are fine. So if they out again today when on 2nd of December 2022 at the Onpassive OP360, just for update we say as with the struggle, so that they look they monitor and they see things that we go through, then they fix them for making maybe much easier for we. So me man, not worry when you want to try anything, you know, workers stop for the wait, then hear the next update. So CEO talk say plenty things that happen now. So he talks to me, all man try by all means say between now and Monday where you go don't log in for your back office. Now why that they don't make the step them very simple for the way when you just click, you follow the instructions. Make sure say when that pop up come out, make you read them. Then you follow the instructions small. You go just log in easy like 1, 2, 3. Not be so. So when you don't log in, make sure say me you stick for back office. Me you read information not only for back office. For because for social media, plenty people they talk different things. The any man they talk on how way it think, but the true thing, the correct thing, the command for back office. So me all man make sure say me you try for check for day. We not say it be difficult for get data, but this one at time where you get to try anything where you fit do for get enough data where you fit enter your back office even at least 3 times for one day, so that me you know say the thing where you get them. Anything where you get and like updated commander for back office. So we see your talks to say plenty people that they enter in many thousands of people that they enter like fellow Onpassivians, fellow brand ambassadors. They don't log in plenty, and then even from the public side to for onpassive.com people where they enter so that may they consume with product, may they look at with product. Plenty that they enter, and then why see or the talks will try for join over this weekend because say they want for add new things them for back for the ecosystem. So if they add that new thing where you never yet register, me say you go get confused. Now what that we get to do small thing at a time, such that me all we get them fine and get them clearly, and then me all we move on together. Would it the best to say when you enter, like for where you get inside your ecosystem, click for that place where they say users. When you see your person users, now people where you make up, you invite them, they join Onpassive. So when you don't see your users, you see person where in nobody registered, it could be under a name say unregistered. You call you or you send you email, then help you show you how to register, update you, tell you say, place this where we did now, and the reason this now why you get to register, so that may you not get overwhelmed for some reason. So make sure again, say may you join, may you go in, make sure say may you help other people them, and then club, say for inside own net when our social media platform, they club them places there where you feel form a club of your own. So that means when they discuss some particular thing of interest. So some people then first they don't run go create club. They use that some name will not be acceptable, not when I find not be fine name. So we know so one use the opportunity for thank when I say so far we did do fine because they didn't call we for bad name. And we want for maintain this good name. When you want form a club, form the name where be fine, where be good, and where not you need to cause person or you need to cause harm or that kind of thing them. Because people they form that club, they don't already go form some club where not fine, and the legal law people them the day after them. So we know I'm fine ourselves for that kind of situation. So if anything there, we will continue for bring them. I will let me my sister Fumi make a quick recap too for Yoruba so that me with family name. Oh man, it get everything where they go on now, sister Fumi.
ẹ ṣé gan ni o gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa, ẹ ṣé gan ni gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ jẹ́ tẹ́ ní àlàáfíà, tẹ́ ní àǹfààní láti jẹ́ àwọn brand ambassador nínú iléeṣẹ́ wa Onpassive. Bí ọ̀gá iléeṣẹ́ wa ṣe sọ lénìí, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ wọ́n ní pé ká ṣe kíni o, wọ́n ní pé ká tẹ́tí sí nǹkan tí ó ń lọ ní inú back office wa. Back office yẹn ní ibi tí ẹ máa ń wọ̀ tó jẹ́ pé gbogbo information tó bá ní, gbogbo nǹkan tó bá fẹ́ sọ fún wa ó wà ń bẹ̀. Wọ́n ní pé ká má fetí sí nǹkan tó ń lọ lórí social media o. Wọ́n ní pé ká jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run ká make sure pé etí wa ń kọ́ inú back office yẹn ni àti nǹkan tẹ́ bá gbọ́ níta, tẹ́ bá kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ kẹ́ kọ́kọ́ lọ sí back office. Tẹ́ bá ti rí ní back office kò ń ṣe tòótọ́ ni o. Ẹ make sure pé back office yẹn ni ẹ ti gba gbogbo information tẹ́ bá need inú back office ni kẹ́ lọ sí. Then wọ́n tún wá sọ pé kí ni o, ipe ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run, wọ́n fẹ́ kí gbogbo wa àwa tá jẹ́ brand ambassador tá ní àǹfààní láti jẹ́ brand ambassadors nínú iléeṣẹ́ yìí. Wọ́n fẹ́ ká make sure pé inú iléeṣẹ́ wa Onpassive OES yẹn pé a tètè ṣetán ní ọjọ́ Jímọ̀ yìí lénìí àti weekend tó ń bọ̀ àti Monday tó ń bọ̀ yìí, ká ti ṣe kíni o, kí gbogbo wa ti register, ipe ká jọ̀ọ́ ká rọra wa lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n láti ń ṣe dáadáa pé ká continue láti máa ṣe dáadáa, ká make sure pé à ń ṣe dáadáa. Then wọ́n tún wá sọ, wọ́n ti ọ̀gá iléeṣẹ́ wa sọ pé wọ́n ti jẹ́ kí gbogbo ètò bá ṣe máa register yẹn kọ́, wọ́n ti ṣe tó kò nira mọ́, ó ti easy, ó ti dẹ̀rọ̀. So tẹ́ bá lè mú iṣẹ́ yẹn kẹ́ make sure pé ẹ tètè register kíákíá nítorí pé kí ni tó bá fi máa dọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀, wọ́n máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fa àwọn kankan díẹ̀ sí. Wọ́n ò fẹ́ ká dààmú, wọ́n ò fẹ́ kí gbogbo nǹkan kó dàrú mọ́ wa lójú. Náà ṣe ni pé ká máa ṣe ní díẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ mọ àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n mú wọlé, tẹ́ sọ fún wọn pé kọ́njọ́ kan wọlé, kẹ́ lọ síbi ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ti register yẹn, kẹ́ lọ síbi tí wọ́n kọ users sí, àwọn tí ẹ mú wọlé, kẹ́ sọ fún wọn pé wọn ò tí register. Eléyìí tẹ́ bá lè pè kẹ́ pè, eléyìí tẹ́ bá lè email kẹ́ email wọn. Wọ́n wá sọ fún wa o ipe ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run o, ipe àwọn tí wọ́n ti register tí wọ́n fọ́ọ̀mù club, wọ́n ní pé kẹ́ má fọ́ọ̀mù club o, but ẹ jẹ́ kí orúkọ tí ẹ máa pe club yín kó ṣe orúkọ tó tẹ́tí gbọ́, kó má ṣe orúkọ tó ń bàyàn nínú jẹ́, kó má ṣe orúkọ tí kò ṣeé gbọ́ tí aráyé ò gbúdọ̀ gbọ́. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run. Wọ́n wá ní pé kí ni, ipe kẹ́ jọ̀ọ́ kẹ́ fetí sí back office yẹn. Nǹkan tí ọ̀gá iléeṣẹ́ wa ń sọ pàtàkì nìyẹn. Tẹ́ bá gbọ́ nǹkan kan, tẹ́ bá lọ sí back office tí ò bá ti sí ńbẹ̀, kò ń ṣe tòótọ́ nìyẹn o. So nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ bá rí ní back office, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má gbà. Then ní eléyìí tó tún wá ṣe pàtàkì ni pé wọ́n ní pé ká make sure pé nǹkan tí ò bá yẹ ká, nǹkan tó bá wà ní back office yẹn tí ò bá yẹ ká sọ, ẹ má sọ o. Ẹ má ṣe nǹkan kan tó máa fi jẹ́ kí àwọn lawyers kan wà after yín. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run. Eléyìí tí mo wá sọ nìyẹn, déédéé ọ̀rọ̀ wa nìyẹn lénìí, kókó ọ̀rọ̀ wa nìyẹn. Ẹ ṣeun. Thank you, Sister Comfort.
Àmì o, karibu. Dankeschön. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, guys, thank you for your patience. We just needed to do this because back home in Africa, we believe that when you speak to somebody in your language, you speak directly to their heart. This is useful information. This is that moment where you cannot keep this joy to yourself. You want to speak mouth to ear so that you speak to the heart of your people. And so we move on together. Thank you for waiting. So this takes us back to our topic for today. Things will never be the same again. If you watched us yesterday, we were discussing about just 97 and we are fine. We have quality, we have ethics, we have value, we have everything. So it's just a continuation. So we want to look at today, things will never be the same again. Is it from the perspective of Onpassive itself? Is it from all blessed, just all blessed? Things will never be the same again. Your life, your family life, your community, your extended family, and the world. So let's launch this with our brother Oliver. Bro, welcome.
Yeah, hi. Just want to thank everybody. Wonderful job, Sister Fumi, Gladys, and Comfort. Wonderful job. We need to send message to our people. And it's in fact I'm so pleased that in our vernacular we are like make our people to understand from Pidgin to Swahili to Yoruba. I think others should also come up so that we should be able to pass this message to our people because we do understand what they are going through. Data, and they have phones that are not, they're not of high quality. They have storage problems. So at least they should be able to listen to what we are saying here and they could get the message. I thank you, my sisters. You've done a wonderful job. Yes, life will never be the same again. From the 20th of this month, Monday will be again a different world. We'll be in a different world. Life will never be the same. In our homes, you have that. Very, very soon, we are going to have financial freedom and we are going to have time freedom. Time freedom is what I really want. I don't want to go to bed and I think that tomorrow I have this meeting. My boss, my this. I have the time freedom that I can think what to do in our home, our community. The term that we'll get is to think about how to help our community. Oh, bless is in there that we'll use to help our community. How beauty can that be? Not only that, our CEO that he saw the gaps that I keep stressing on this. He saw the gaps that are in the digital space, in the internet world. He said, I will fix it. He said, do or die. And look, the digital world or the internet space will never be the same also. Because they are going to get whatever thing that they want an affordable price. How beauty can that be? So you see that when you want to talk about it will never be the same again, you start from your house, your community, and the 5 billion plus people that visit the internet space. You see, then again, Onpassive is going to provide that solution to all these problems. Onpassive is not a normal business. It's not a traditional business. It's built from the heart. From the heart, So when we want to talk about that, our life will never be the same. We can say it from ourselves, like I said, to the whole world. The products that are going to come out with all the gaps that the CEO saw that is in the internet space, and he has closed that gap to the fullest and gave them more than what they needed in the internet space, and the world will be a better place, and we are going to be fine.
I know, indeed, bro. Oliver, the world would be a better place. How else? How better can someone say it though? Things will never be the same again. Even the internet world. I did not even think about that. I just thought of family and stuff. But then this is big. Let's hear from Brother Collins. Bro, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Comfort. Yeah, I just want to greet Mr. Gladys, Mr. Fumi. You guys have just transformed the whole thing. And I believe those who are, back home, they are listening and they can, really be happy and proud of everything. So if you cannot get it in English, at least the language is coming right to your doorstep. You can't say you miss it. So it's there for you. Because as I said, Onpassive will be right in front of your face. This is it. You're transforming Onpassive through our local dialect. So you can't even miss it again. Yes, with the topic, we're talking about, time will never be the same again. Things are changing, transformation. We're talking about digital transformation. We're talking about transformation of social lives and business life. Business, you know, when you look at the business, the business environment, what is their worries about the application they are using? Because sometimes they are using things that are not fit for purpose. They just try to struggle to make sure they can do what they can do, but the way they are struggling, honestly, it's not easy. But we're talking about Onpassive coming with what? With digital solution to those problems. And we're talking about our social lives as well. How many times have we used other products and we don't want to compare them? And we are still struggling. If it's not data issue, if it's not like communication, sometimes you always say, what type of thing am I using like this? But we are still there because we don't have options. Now, Onpassive is coming with options. As Mr. Mufareh always said, we are not coming to kick people out of business, but we are coming to do our own thing, to show people that there is a better way to do something. There is a better way that people can live, they can interact with digital solution. And Onpassive will just transform everything. Is it from crowdfunding we'll talk about for those who are really struggling? As I said, Onpassive is created for who? For the big dogs, those who already have their budget, they don't even care about making money. They are not there. Just say we want to use a quality product. Onpassive will provide it for them. For those who are tight budget, again, Onpassive is there for them. Those who don't have anything, they know this is the place for me to come where I can do anything and still earn a living. Onpassive. It's about the value Onpassive will give. That is the transformation. That when we talk about our lives or the world will never be the same again through the internet space. And we're not talking about internet, through the products, digital solution. We're talking about physical and digital solution that are coming, because Onpassive have got them all in. It's just that they will release it as times goes on, as Mr. Mufareh said, that looking back within 1 year time, we will look at this monster and say, my God, is it really what we are seeing, or is it something else? That is what Onpassive is bringing. Everything on one platform with a single sign-on. Single sign-on is something that people don't really get it, because how many times are you working in a place where you have to log into several applications? You have this for this, you have that for that, and now Onpassive is coming, giving you just log in. They say there are many roads that go into Rome, that lead to Rome. Whether you are coming from A, you get into Rome, you get to the point. Whether you are coming from B, you still come in. Whether you are coming from where, north, east, south, everywhere will all, come into Onpassive. That is the beauty about Onpassive, regardless of what you are. Please don't even think about, oh, is it for me? No, Onpassive is for everybody. It will make everybody, even our grandmothers who don't even know how to use internet, they have a place in Onpassive. They have a place in Onpassive. So that's the transformation we are talking about. Onpassive will touch the lives of everybody through the value. So, Mr. Comfort, I just want to throw it there.
Oh my God! If we're ending this show, then everything has been done. You're just firing me up. You get more and more hot, and that's how you get me hotter. Let's hear from the ladies. Things will never be the same again, Sister Gladys.
Thank you so much, Sister Comfort. Indeed, things will never be the same. How can they be the same? I was born and raised and thought that I had to go to school, get a degree, and get a job. And that's how I will make life. But with the time, I have learned that I can still be able to also do something. I can own a business. My life will never be the same. My children's life will never be the same, and generations to come, because I now own a business. And this is a business that actually, as our brothers have said, that brings value, that focuses on the person, not on the money. With the most generous CEO that I have seen ever since I was born. A business that is automated. I have a business and I'm confident that it's a good business because someone is doing the job for me, is looking for the customers for me, is advertising for me, is selling for me. How can life be the same? I have not seen that kind of business. And more importantly, Onpassive being a company that has really embraced people from all walks of life. People who probably could never have had a chance to live full life. In Onpassive, they have a place, and their place is the same as someone who has full potential. We are all the same. And that's why, as you said, we are not a traditional business. Indeed, we are not a traditional business in the sense that, yes, we are a real business with real people, with real products, but we are unique in the sense that these people, especially those who have limited abilities to be able to accomplish things on their own, especially when I was born and raised, I saw people who were crippled, people who were blind, who could not be able to work and could not be able to do anything. But in Onpassive, they have equal opportunity as someone who is able to do everything. So lives will be changed, and indeed, yes, lives will never be the same, and the best is yet to come. We are writing history, our own history, that will be read for generations to come, and it will transform people. Thank you. Back to you, Sister Comfort.
Yoo-hoo! Thank you, Sister Gladys. Guys, thank you for joining once again. And if you are just coming in now, we are discussing on the topic, things will never be the same again. Given what we have and what we know, what do you think? Share your perspective on the comment section. And if you like what we are doing, just go ahead, please, and comment or subscribe to any of the channels you are watching on. Click on the notification bell, because we are here every day to warm ourselves up, to keep the fire burning, and why not bring the minute by minute updates from our powerful CEO and his team. So let's hear from Sister Fumi. Things will never be the same again.
Thank you very much. Thank you for, I want to say thank you, Brad Collins, Brad Oliver, yourself, Sister Comfort, and Sister Gladys. They've said a lot of things, but I also want to look at it from the perspective of those who have never been entrepreneurs before. You know, you're not an entrepreneur, but now you own a business. So you need to, can you imagine? Things will never be the same, because now you need to learn. You need to unlearn and also learn. And how will that make you not to be the same? Because you are going to learn things. Okay, take for example, like Sister Gladys said, we've come from different backgrounds, different walks of life. I've never been techie in my life, but can you imagine? Even me, I know what scalable is. I'm telling you, I'm so proud of myself when it comes to that word. I know what scalable is. That's education. Then take for example, those who have not done anything about business before, they are going to learn, because we are going to intermingle with each other in this family so much that we are going to learn and rub off each other. We are going to learn a lot. So take that and put that into one perspective. And like they've said, can you imagine time freedom, financial freedom? Those are two things in this life that you cannot trade, that we trade. We trade when we go to work, we trade our time. Okay. Well, that's when we work for somebody, we trade our, what do you call it? Financial freedom. So time, financial freedom, we trade time for both of them. So this is the time when those of us that have young children or younger children will have that financial freedom. Then let's make it even into our community. There are things so much we want to do for others, do in our community, that those of us who are very passionate about, just like Sister Gladys mentioned, about a particular people in a particular community. Not only with those people be having equal opportunity in Onpassive as well, because they are entrepreneurs. It's not about, they are having disability in any form, so they cannot do this, because things are done for them. So can you imagine someone that's been put in that position for a long time suddenly having a community, having a business they are going to be running? It's very important to them, because it makes them complete somehow, just like any other human being. They have feelings too. Then you now talk about you being able to extend that into another community by being able to help in your community and make your community better for those that live in it. And when I'm saying your community, I'm not just talking about back home, I'm also talking about within where you live. because you can do something. Like our CEO said, you can change and the whole world, but you can change the world of one person. One person. Can you imagine some of us being able to send some people to school, right from primary school to secondary to university, and those children are really intelligent? There was one I saw recently and I could not believe it. It was like a working calculator, and he knew the thing was just like that. I'm telling you, that kind of person, that kind of child, you send them to school, you give them opportunity to fly. So I don't want to take it too much. We've said a lot, and there's still more to actually say, because we are all going to come back and actually start talking even deeper on this topic. Maybe in about 6 months' time, we'll have different things to talk about. Thank you, Sister Comfort.
Sure, sure. Thank you, sis. Of course, we'll never exhaust it. This is a topic you can discuss every day for 365 days. You'll still have something new every blessed day to say. When it comes to things will never be the same again, guys. Thank you for joining and keep on sharing. This is just a moment for us to have the joy and celebrate together. So earlier on, Brother Collins, you said many roads lead to Rome. And another, to add to it from another angle, Sister Fumi says, you now own a business. For people who have never been entrepreneurs and so on, you now own a business. For the sake of those we are inviting to join in and be part of this excitement, like potential customers, potential resellers, what is this going to mean to somebody who is waiting, like to join us to become part of Onpassive? Of what interest? Like Sister Fumi says, you now own a business of your own. Can we open this up a bit? So that people should understand. We founders, we know what that means, but somebody who needs to join us needs to understand this so that we can go from there.
Yes, that comfort. That's a good question. I always like to look at the value of Onpassive, because sometimes when we are saying you own a business, you can come in as a reseller, as a customer, and sometimes I see it as a wrong terminology, because the value is a lot. Whether you like it or not, you will use the product. So by using the product, you can decide whatever you want to do with Onpassive, because you will see it for yourself. So sometimes when we come and we produce, like, oh, you know what, come in, you'll be a reseller. You must not be a reseller. Onpassive is not begging anyone. Onpassive is showing what they have, the value of products. Tell me which product you will not use. Is it Opal when it come out? All of us, we are using a lot of communication tools. We are not founders. We are not even close to customers, but we are using it because of the value, because of what they provide. For now, we are in the digital age, and I always make this statement. I said, if you don't come, or you don't follow the trend of the digital world, you'll be left behind. You just have to go and create your own world, because that's how the world is moving. So you either follow or you stay behind. So with that brand and the value that Onpassive will provide, I just need to share you Omail and say, this is Omail. Take a look. I'm not asking you to come because I'm in Omail. I cannot communicate with you. I have my video mailing. I want to use it with people who are in the same, they are in the same where I am. So if you don't follow me now in this modern technology, where will you be? It means I will never communicate with you. For instance, how many of us, let me put it this way, how many of us buy call card now to call Africa or call the world? That's it. Because it's too expensive. So if someone is not using any of the technology that you can make call for free, you are behind. You'll be spending money, and I will never waste my time to call someone who is not there. Tell me when Opal will come, and we have all these functions in there. That's technology. So I always put the value first. The value, the way people go. How many of us still write check again to go to the bank? You use your bank card, swipe. Now it's swiping. You don't even write check. People have how many people go to high street shop to shop? You go online. This is the value I'm putting now in front of us. Let people open their eyes. Open your eyes. Technology is moving, and what Mr. Ashford is doing here is providing value of everything from we can call it social media, we can call it businesses, from humanitarian, education, call everything. There is value in everything in Onpassive. And the moment you come in and see that value, you can decide now whatever you want to do. Do you want to use it for businesses? It's up to you. Do you want to use it? Whatever, it is just there for you, and that's why I always said value, take one, come in. It's like buy one and get 100 for free. Come in and then you see what the system can provide for you, because everybody, even customers, because all of us using this product, we are all customers, though we are not even getting anything. Come into Onpassive and you will see the value in Onpassive. That value would transform you immensely in your own social life, in whatever you want to do. Like Stafumi said, businesses, it is there, because most of the products, most of them are for businesses. Whatever you want to do is in Onpassive, 100% done for you, hands-free. So it's just for people to take the first bite or the first sniff, and you are in. Then you can decide. So, Mr. Comfort, I'll leave it there.
Take the first bite or the first sniff, and you're like, oh my God, the aroma is, it's unavoidable, like our sister Helen says, You get that first bite, you just say, let me have a taste of it, let me have a sniff, and then you can't let go. You hold on to it, you get stuck to it. And then Colin says, value will transform you, it will transform your life. On this note, Sister Gladys, something just quickly came to mind, which I think we can discuss now, right? We know that things will never be the same again. I think we have discussed crime here. Onpassive is going to reduce crime wave and stuff, right? We know now that there are millions of reasons why young children involved in crime, one of them being poverty and stuff. Things will never be the same again. How would this fit into the idea of children stopping crime or reducing crime and stuff? How is it going to change the lives of young people?
Thank you so much, Sister Comfort. I agree with you, as you have said, and even our CEO has said that if you look around the world, most of even the wars that we have, even the tribal clashes that we have, if you trace them back, they may surface a little bit as political differences sometimes, but the really core, you find there is a root of poverty, trying to fight, each person trying to survive. So when we have a business like Onpassive, which is not a one-time movement, it's just not just a one-year movement or a few months and it crashes. No, Onpassive is a business for generations to come, which means that if I'm set for life, my children are set for life, the issue of poverty is solved. It's not existing anymore. And so this kind of small wars, differences will kind of melt away. And if the whole world, of course, we won't change everybody's life, but looking at the fellow ambassadors that we have now, we are from over 200 countries. If each of us, if the way Ash is replicating himself, if each of us really carries the mantle of uplifting humanity, when we are fully set and transform people's lives from the villages where we come, from the families where we come, helping our brothers, empowering people to inspire them so that they can also empower to inspire them, crime will be less. Because the issue of poverty, there will be no greed, fighting, stealing, injustice, because these are the issues that really keep our CEO awake at night, knowing that there are people who are sick somewhere who cannot be able to go to the hospital because they cannot afford, knowing this is 2022, but still there are people who don't have access to clean water, knowing that this is 2022, there are people who eat 1 meal a day, or who don't eat a meal, they drink water to survive, hunger. These things should be history, but people are still living them, especially this year. That's why there has to be a correction to corruption, and it starts with us. Back to you, Sister Comfort.
Wow, that was powerful, Sister Gladys. I'm just nodding the whole time. I'm almost getting paid because I could not stop nodding. You team are just wonderful. I appreciate you so very much. So, Brother Oliver, what do you have in mind? Spill it out, bro.
Yes, go back to what my brother Collins, I'll continue also. Value, value, and value. Like Dr. Soha said, we provide solutions. Onpassive provides solution. How does that solution come? Value. And why value? Our products. Our product speaks for itself. Let's look at email. Now, the traditional way you want to send an email, you have to go type. Now, Onpassive is with video email. I don't need to type. I don't need to just tick tack video mail and I talk. I'm driving and I talk. I say send. Pap, it go to you. Even my mother will use it. My mother will see me. The good thing is that my mom will see me talking on the video live, that I sent. Again, text to speech. I don't need to type. I just need to talk and it text speech. Bam, send. It go. So you see how the world is transforming. Onpassive has taken the world to a different planet, above cloud, as the CEO himself said, that we are above cloud. So when you look into all this, why should I say that we are in the best place now in our life? We are fortunate to be in a company. We took that leap of faith to be a founder of Onpassive. Then our community, our house, our kids, our family, they are going to benefit from it because we are going to replicate ourselves according to what our CEO said. But I want to say one thing here. As excited as we are that we are Onpassive, make sure the gadget that you use is secured. I'll also beg our people that are back home and around the world, if you get your first commission, go look for a good laptop. Phone is not enough. Phone is not enough. You will not enjoy it. And you have problems when you want to move from one wallet to the other or wallet to your bank. Your first Apple, please get a laptop and make sure it is secured. Wherever you go, you use somebody's machine or laptop or computer or iPad, log out. Log out. Because now your laptop is going to be your ID. Because and you go there 3 times a day. I know some of us will go there maybe 10 times a day. We want to see what is happening on my wallet. So don't take the advantage that you want to go to your friend's house or your family member's house and you do it. Then I got a question the other day that one other founder asked me that that Onpassive need to do serious marketing. I laugh because when we talk about value, Onpassive value, look at the products. Look at our transformation. I just mentioned email here. I just mentioned email, voice, video, emails. That's already the transformation there. Then my mom that is in the village, she'll be able to see me. That's the transformation there. So we don't need that too much marketing. We are 1.4 million of us here today. How? Word of mouth. That's the transformation there already. That is the transformation. We just talk about another tool that is coming out. OPAR. That's the one that's going to kill the world. That's the one that is going to, from 2G, step you up because we have advanced technology. We have advanced technology. If I take anybody's phone today, even for 4 hours, you will be frustrated for life. If I take anybody's phone, nobody now on this planet Earth, the 5 million of us, if I take anybody's phone for 4 hours, that person cannot survive. And that's the honest truth. That's the honest truth. So you see how the world is transforming. It's going digital, like my brother Connie said. That's the value upon value. Our products will give us that value. Our products will give us that value. And for what? Minimal price. Cost effective.
Right.
Thank you.
Whew, this is crazy, guys. That's what stuff we are made of. The good news here, if you are joining us and you don't know Onpassive, we don't sugarcoat. We present it just as it is. And we encourage you, and in the words of my brother Collins, get a bite of it, get a sniff of it, and you will hold tight to it. You will not want to let go. That is Onpassive for you. That is why we say boldly and proudly, things will never be the same again. And my sister Gladys says Onpassive will transform humanity in all aspects. Sister Fumi, what do you have in mind?
Actually, what came to my mind as they were talking was the statement made by Dr. Sua that we have humanized all our products. You understand me? And we've humanized all our products to cater to everybody's need, from individuals, right from individuals straight to the conglomerate. And when we say conglomerate, and also to the academia world as well. So it is something that is going to be, how will I call it, of impediment, of importance for people to use. There's no how you will not use it, because it is humanized in the sense that they've mentioned about value, but it is humanized in the sense that when you go into any of those products, it has already been created with the best and the top most kind of technology, but geared towards solving any problem that you may have. So how can you beat that? I don't see how you can beat that. That's one on one hand. Sister Gladys also mentions, about generational. We're talking about generational wealth here. Our CEO always says this, and I agree with him. You cannot change the whole world, but you can also transform one person's life. And as we do that, and you educate and indoctrinate someone else to change someone else's life, can you imagine how that goes around? If a CEO could not do it by himself, and he said he's looking for 1,000, 1 million Mother Teresa's. So if each one of those 1 million people look for another, Mother Teresa, can you see the replication going on there? That is very important, because then that way, this issue of poverty, even if we cannot eradicate it totally, we will reduce it, and eventually it will be eradicated, because there'll be no issue of jealousy. There'll be no issue of, oh, how come that person's life is like that? They've not done anything to you. Have you seen sometimes, I don't know whether you notice, when I go back home, you can see the eyes from the airport. Is like, why is she coming from there? Is that, oh, they are there, we are here, that will not be something that occurs. You understand? I can, because then you can take someone else's life and transform it. Maybe you have a community, that is your neighbor, someone in your community, they have challenges being able to send their children to school. You take some of those children, and this is part of why Bless is there. Even if you can't do it, or you can put that course on Bless, such that if they have 4 children that are all sitting at home not going to school, we can all together put hands together and send those children to school, not just primary school, up to university level. And then this is where it sweetens me, because it comes to those of us and those that have children right now that are still going to go to university, and those that have children that are already in university, and those that have children that are working that have student loan. Can you imagine? Our children are not going to bear that burden of student loan. That alone is mind blowing. I'm telling you. And I look forward to those of you that have younger children right now. And I'm looking forward with joy, thinking, oh my goodness, they're not going to be paid for, they're not going to go out and apply for student loan, whether in the US, whether in America, anywhere, in any part of the world, because their parents have this business. You understand me? So you are talking about continuous generational wealth and generational eradication of poverty on the long run, not just as individual families, but also in our communities and all over the world like that. And it is something that really excites me. Thank you.
Whew. Oh my God. You get extra fired up every minute. Yesterday you were different, today you were different, tomorrow is going to be more. So I don't know how you guys are going to be on Monday, because things are getting hotter and hotter and hotter, and I can see the spirit, the fire burning, the flames getting whiter and redder. I don't know how to describe flames. That is how we all feel, guys. What a blessing. Things will never be the same again. Thinking of the fact that I will be empowered to empower somebody. Thinking about the fact that I ever thought in my life, there are particular things that I would have loved to do, but I will never do them because I can never afford. but here is the opportunity. What else? How do you describe that? Because like we have our famous songwriter who says, "Blessed is the hand that giveth and the one that taketh." I think it's biblical too. I'm not very sure. You know how it feels when you bless someone. Know how it feels that you are going to bless beyond bounds, beyond how much you have ever thought. And I think that this helps to improve even on your quality of life when you know that I just put a roof over a widow's head and her orphans. You know what that means? I just empowered a widow to go out there and empower fellow widows and let them all smile and we all smile. How else can you describe this? So we are just more than, we are blessed beyond bounds. So this is a topic that we are going to discuss 1,000,000 times because there's so much to say when it comes to looking at what we have and saying that things will never be the same again. But I want to give us a last round now to just say what you have in mind. Use this opportunity to invite people to have a look at what we have and get ready so that we share the link with them and share the love with them so that we continue the ripple effect to go wider and wider until we reach the ends of the earth. Who has been very silent? Sister Gladys, do you want to start?
Yes. Thank you so much, Sister Comfort. I've enjoyed listening to everyone. Rounding up, I just got one quote from Mother Teresa that some people come to our lives as blessings and some people come to our lives as lessons. And I refer this to our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh, because he loves Mother Teresa. And Onpassive is a business which was birthed or born out of the lessons that he learned, the gaps that he saw out there, as our brother Olva said. And they decided to come up with something that will help us, empower as many of us to be blessings to humanity, to the outside world. And then Mother Teresa said, "A life not lived for others is not a life." So what a blessing that, when I listened to many fellow ambassadors, when they came to this company, each person came thinking on their own and their family. But little did they know that it's going to change in a matter of months to start thinking about how to impact the world. We have reached a time where we ask ourselves, what legacy are we going to leave behind? And I thank God that we made it to be founders that we are in. But that opportunity is no longer there. But to anybody who missed becoming a founder out there, there's an opportunity still if you are interested to be part of this movement. The movement continues, it's not going back. But if you want to be part of us, there's a position coming up in the near future of being a reseller. If you are interested, still you can come and be part of us. You may not enjoy all the benefits of being a founder and a brand ambassador like us, but sure you will receive all that the company will do for you in terms of advertising your business, giving you traffic, and also you'll benefit in that way. But that being said, this is a movement that is going to change humanity. Come back to these channels and keep up with the updates and see if this is something that you would like to explore or that you would like to be part of so that we can transform humanity. Back to you, Sister Comfort.
Wow, thank you, sis. Thanks so much. So let's hear from Brother Oliver now. One last word, please.
Yeah, just thank everybody that is here that we've talked, and just want to say, please, back office, visit your back office, even it's 10 times a day. That is where you get all the information, all the rumors that you get out there. No, when you hear anything, go to your back office, go confirm it there, because your back office will give you everything. If I call you and I say something, Brother Collins, any of us here call and say something, go to your back office to confirm it. Because that is where the original information is going to come. And it's going to also help you, in many ways, so that you learn also. There are videos like the video we are making now. Redfin is doing it. Madi Degamo. A lot of people are making video out there to educate us, to make us to understand how to migrate to our Onpassive ecosystem. So please, Sister Gladys, they're all making Fumi Comfort. They're all making videos them there. Listen, go to your back office and confirm. take the step by step and make sure you follow those step by step, you move. Please, and if you have people on your team or your organization that they are unsubscribed, call them to move, because Monday Monday is the big day, D-Day. Tell them this, that between today and Sunday, they should migrate to OES. It's very important. Tell them to migrate to OES because it's the D-Day. Thank you.
Thanks so much, bro. So let's hear from Brother Collins before Fumi will conclude for us, please.
Yes, come on, thank you. Just want to thank you for a great webinar. Oh, yeah, great meeting. So, yeah, as Brother Oliver said, back office, please. Even our CEO said today that you have to visit your back office as a founder even 1,000 times. I can't count how many times I log in a day. I can't even count it. Every second, I'm just there to see what is going on. Though I've already migrated, but I just want to see if there are changes, so I can help to educate people, because sometimes someone will call you, oh, I saw this, it's not, we are here to help. But when you learn it, please transfer the knowledge to another person. Don't take it and keep it, because if you keep it, you say, oh, I'm done, I'm good, you go to your normal job. The day you will want something, there will be nobody to help you. Please, because things, they say what goes around comes around. If you keep it, you keep the knowledge to yourself, you have transferred yourself successfully, and you don't pick up, so you are in any web or any WhatsApp forum, someone is struggling, you just said it's none of my business. No, one day someone will tell you your own problem is none of my business. Please, we are family. And to those also who are still thinking, okay, the door is still there for you to take a sniff, to look at Onpassive, go to www.onpassive.com. Don't go to anywhere. Check all those things. If you're listening to us and you think like it's a joke, there is a saying. They said you only fail when you refuse to try. That's the day your failure starts. When you refuse to try, you will fail, whether you like it or not. Because successful people, they know they will fail. They will try and try and try. Even if they fail 100 times, they will still keep on trying until they succeed. They said Michael Jordan had how many shots? More than 1,000 or 100 shots. But the day the first shot went in, this is a basketballer, he became a multi-billionaire. 100 times tried that shot and he failed. But the last shot make him who he is, because he never gave up. He knows one day I will get it. Failure is a good thing. Sometimes people say it's a bad thing. It's a lesson learned. When you fail, you only learn lesson and you move and say, oh, this is another way to try. It's not a bad thing to fail, but people are scared to fail. The only time you will fail is only when you refuse to try. That is it. Please go to your back office, as Brother Oliver said, come to Onpassive, take a look. They are not charging you for anything. You can take a look. If you don't like it, say, you know what, bye. We'll kiss you and say goodbye. And again, wait for you, because we know Onpassive have created a top and a value, and only Onpassive can break their own history. That's Mr. Comfort. Thank you very much.
That was a powerful one, bro. Let's hear from Sister Fumi.
That made me laugh, in the sense that for those who are still skeptics, they are sitting on the fence. You are not sure of what you are seeing, and you believed in the so-called, I will call it negative statement. Well, we are here and we are here to stay. Onpassive is here to stay. There is nothing anyone can do about that. It's you that will make the decision whether you want to come in to taste or sniff the product. You understand me? Just like Brother Collins said, it's left for you to make that decision. It's left for you to decide whether you want a change in your life or whether you don't want a change for your generations, because there's a change that you need to make in order to effect that in your generations. That's one. And then finally, please, 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 we will keep hammering this. Go to any channel, listen, but most importantly, go to your back office. That is where all the info is going to be in. Someone phoned me, someone texted me, someone said that they said that is not information. go to your back office, see it with your own eyes. For those who are already privileged to be part of this, how will I call it, unique unicorn. I don't even know if there's anything bigger than unicorn company, because you might be seeing it like this, I'm saying things. The Bible says that sometimes, God, not sometimes, all the time, God calls those things that are as if they, that are not as if they are, because they are already in his eyes in the realm of the spirit. So we are more than unicorn already, but you have this as a platter of gold in your hand and you have not registered yet. Please, please, please don't treat it anyhow. You will regret this later. Go to your back office, log in, get yourself into the OES ASAP, as in urgently, because by the time we move again on Monday, you will be like almost 1 or 2 steps behind. So we, as CEO, as sales, we're encouraging everyone to keep in step with everything that is happening. And that means from your back office. So for those who have people in their teams that are not registered, it will show on your user, not registered. Please contact them. Please don't look at it as in, oh, I have to spend money on this. Do that. You will know that you've done your best from your end. If they are now left behind and they'll be taking 4 steps when we've already taken 4 steps forward, they are 4 steps backward. That is their issue, because it is your business. If it's your business, then you need to be ready to learn, ready to be, agile about it, ready to be interactive, ready to participate, ready to be active constantly. Yes, it's done for you does not mean that you don't have to lift a finger. There are things you need to lift your finger for. Someone called me today and said, can you help me to register myself in the OES? I said, sorry, my dear, it's not something I can do for you. You need to do it for yourself. When you start getting some stuff, will you call me to come and help you see something in your wallet? Nah. So please, that is all I have to say. Thank you very much, Sister Comfort. Thank you.
Thank you, team. This is just wonderful. I don't know where to start from. I'm not sure I need to say anything because you've said more than enough, right? A word they say to a wise is enough. We all are sitting here repeating one thing over and over and over for emphasis. Visit your back office as many times as you can afford in a day. Keep an eye on the chat platform where we all have the same interest, where we have something in common, which is Onpassive, so that if you missed out, if there's a new update and you are not aware of it, somebody posted, check your back office, then quickly stand up, do just that. Don't call and ask that what are they saying in the back office, what is the pop-up saying. Go there and check. I did that today to my husband. He said, what is the pop-up saying? I said, go and read it, right? That's just the way to go. You do it by yourself and no other way around. And then I'm just happy when Collins was hitting on failure. When you see all the successful people on earth, they have failed and failed and failed, because every failure, every failed opportunity is an opportunity to learn. Do a SWOT analysis. How did I do it? Why did I fail? And how otherwise can I do it? If you have tried stuff and failed, this is that particular stuff that is going to turn things around for you. We have no interest in advertising Onpassive because it's not our job. Go get a bite, smell it. There's nothing that has got the aroma that Onpassive has. You are just going to say, oh my God, what is this? And I'm not letting go. Go get a try. Tap www.onpassive.com and have a look if you are not yet a founder, and you will tell the story by yourself. We love you so much, guys. Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
Do what to share. Go ahead, sis.
Yes, please. Let me add something small in terms of what Sister Fumi said. Very, very important. And this is to our brothers and sisters from Africa. We love you so much. We have worked together as one family through the years to be here today. But it's very important for you to get engaged. I know we trust one another. You know, you call us, you tell us, please, I can give you my sign in, check for me, you can log in, which is okay. We understand there's issues with the internet, but this is a time to sacrifice, because with the geofencing, Onpassive has not said this, but it's what I'm thinking. If they do geofencing, especially when the apples begin moving around, you're gonna have a problem. It means I will not be able to log in for you, even if you give me your password and your email. So this is the time to do your business seriously. It's yours and it's yours alone, but we want to succeed all together. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Sister Gladys, for adding that. That is very important. So let's go ahead and do just the right thing, and we will be fine. With the clubs, I think we are just taking this back again, even though it's at the beginning of this show. Creating your clubs in ONNET, please mind your language. This is Onpassive. We are an ethical company. You know, some people have already gone wrong by creating a club using maybe derogatory or bad language, you know, and they have the legal to contend with. If you're happy to face our legal team, go ahead and do anything wrong out there, and you will have yourself to blame. We love you guys. See you again really, really soon. Thank you and bye.